Hi, this is the Encyclopedia Channel. In this program, let's talk about a very interesting thing. No matter where we are or what country we are in, there is a common social phenomenon, that is, the gap between rich and poor is getting bigger and bigger. So why are the poor poor? Why do rich people not spend too much time dealing with poor people? There are many reasons why the poor are poor, some of which can be changed, but some of which are structural and difficult to fundamentally change. 1. Education. Education is one of the biggest differences between the poor and the rich. Lack of education and knowledge prevents the poor from accessing high-paying occupations and opportunities. People with lower levels of education have a harder time understanding and mastering advanced skills and knowledge, which in turn makes it harder to get high-paying jobs. Therefore, the difference in education level is one of the fundamental factors leading to the gap between rich and poor. 2. Geographic location. Geography is also an important factor between the poor and the rich. Poor people tend to live in less economically developed areas, which often lack resources and employment opportunities. The wealthy tend to live in areas with better economic development, where resources and employment opportunities are more abundant. Therefore, the difference in geographical location is another important factor leading to the gap between rich and poor. 3. Family background. The family background of the poor is often one of the reasons why they are poor. Some poor people come from single-parent families, low-income families, or parents who did not receive a good education. These factors contribute to the many challenges that poor people face in childhood, such as lack of quality education, lack of financial support, and family stability. These challenges affect the development and future of the poor, and even have long-term effects on their social and economic status. 4. Health. Poor people generally face more health problems. Lack of medical security, malnutrition, environmental pollution, and other reasons will have a negative impact on the health of the poor. And health problems will lead to poor people's lack of ability to work, unable to obtain high-paying jobs, and thus fall into a vicious circle of poverty. 5. Discrimination and unfairness. Discrimination and inequity also contribute to the poverty of the poor. Poor people often face discrimination and unfair treatment from society and government, such as unfair treatment in recruitment and promotion, or unfair treatment in the legal and judicial system. These inequities can deny the poor access to equitable opportunities and resources, increasing their likelihood of falling into poverty. 6. Social structure. Social structure is also one of the factors that contribute to the poverty of the poor. Inequalities and stratification in the social structure lead to easier access to resources and opportunities for the rich, while the poor are often excluded. For example, rich people have access to more opportunities and resources through wealth and political power, while poor people do not have access to these opportunities and resources. The inequality of this social structure is one of the long-term factors that lead to the poverty of the poor. Why do rich people not spend too much time dealing with poor people? 1. Different lifestyles and social circles. The lifestyles and social circles of the rich and the poor are often different. Wealthy people tend to choose people of their social status as friends because they have similar backgrounds and interests. Poor people may not be able to enter the social circle of rich people because of lack of education and resources. Therefore, rich people may find it difficult to find common topics or common interests when dealing with poor people, which makes them unwilling to spend too much time dealing with poor people. 2. The value of time is different. Rich people are usually very busy because they have to deal with their own affairs and other rich people. For them, time is a very precious resource. In contrast, poor people usually have more free time because they may not have much to do or lack resources and opportunities. Therefore, rich people may feel that dealing with poor people is a waste of their precious time and resources. 3. Potential financial risk. Rich people may fear the financial risks of dealing with poor people. The poor usually lack financial resources and knowledge, and may have some bad financial habits, such as defaulting on loans or poor financial planning. Dealing with such people can lead to financial loss for wealthy people. Therefore, rich people may avoid dealing with poor people to avoid potential financial risks. 4. Differences in social status. The difference in social status between the rich and the poor is also one of the factors that make the rich unwilling to deal with the poor. Rich people tend to have higher social status and prestige, while poor people may be ignored and discriminated against by society. Therefore, rich people may feel that dealing with poor people will affect their social status and prestige. 5. Psychological differences. Rich and poor people may have different psychological needs and values. Rich people may be more concerned with self-actualization and achievement, while poor people may be more concerned with basic life needs and a sense of security. Thus, rich people may feel that dealing with poor people affects their own psychological needs and values. 6. Lack of common interests. Rich and poor may lack common interests and goals. Rich people may be more concerned with business and monetary gain, while poor people are more concerned with basic life needs and social justice. Therefore, the rich may feel that dealing with the poor has no common interests and goals, and it is difficult to establish a relationship of mutual trust and cooperation. 7. Think differently. Rich people usually have more strategic thinking and long-term vision, focusing on overall planning and future development. The poor, on the other hand, pay more attention to immediate interests and solving practical problems, and lack long-term planning and strategic thinking. This difference in mindset affects how rich and poor perform and succeed in business, politics, education, and more. 8. Act differently. Rich people usually pay more attention to efficient actions, focusing on time management and resource optimization. The poor pay more attention to hard work, and are used to achieving success by putting in more effort. This difference in the way they act affects the performance and outcomes of rich and poor people in terms of career advancement, career success, and more. Do you agree with these views? Is there anything else that needs to be added? Welcome to leave a message in the comment area to discuss with everyone.